video made by Katie Hopkins that may put her into jail in the next couple of days. Listen.
It's Tuesday, the 5th of August here at Exeter Police Station. And I, Katie Hopkins, state as follows. I have attended this interview under protest as I was threatened with arrest if I did not attend. I consider this interview and the police investigation to be an unlawful interference with my right to freedom of expression pursuant to Article 10 ECHR Human Rights Act 1998. I reserve my position in respect of any actions I choose to take, including but not limited to a formal complaint and claim for damages against Devon and Cornwall Police. I run a comedy pub night called the Katie's Arms, live on my Instagram at 8 p.m. on Fridays for 30 minutes. I started the Katie's Arms during the idiocy of COVID lockdowns in order to help people struggling with their mental health. The Katie's Arms is now an international community of people wanting others to live their best life, laughing with me and at me. My audience choose to join me on my Instagram channel live. If anyone was offended, that is their choice. I do not republish or upload this content. It is ridiculous that my comedic speech is subject to a criminal investigation, and as such, my presence here is ridiculous. I will not answer any questions. And that was my statement to Devon and Cornwall Police today.
Now, what did she do? Now, she just said, I have a podcast called Katie Arms Pub. Pubs are important in England. That's where people go together and just, get to talk and everything else. And you couldn't do that during COVID. So she started the Katie's Arms. And she makes fun of herself most of the time. I mean, she's speaking about all kinds of stuff, but she makes fun of herself. And in this comedy bit, she was making fun of herself. Let me have her explain what happened.
So that video has never been seen before. That video I made on the day that I had to go and be interviewed under caution, which means recorded, 2 officers from the CID, the most serious of the police officers in the UK.
CID stands for,
Chief Inspector's Division.
Okay.
Some people say Chief Investigation, but either way, it sort of means these are the big boys.
Okay.
I was told I would be arrested if I didn't turn up for interview under caution, which is where they record what they're saying. It's basically gathering evidence in order that they can charge you. And I knew, and I was on my tour at the time, a stand-up comedy tour of the UK, and I knew the way the world works for me, that I would be arrested before one of my big events, 1,500 people in my audience, and I won't let that audience down. There will be a show, but not that kind of show. So I went to be interviewed under caution by the British police for my comedy pub night, Katie's Arms, where I made a joke at my own expense, actually about my epilepsy, that is perceived to have caused offence.
I get this language right. Is perceived to have caused offence.
And for the crime...
And you were making a joke about you.
Yeah, about my seizures and automatic weapons.
Sure.
We could join those dots, but it's pretty funny. I have a wine glass in my hand because it's pub night. Everyone knows it's pub night. But for the crime of telling my jokes online at my pub night, and remember, people have to join this. I'm not stood on a street corner shouting at the world like some lunatic. Right. They have to opt in to be there. Mm-hmm. But someone that opted in perceived that they may have been offended, and as a result, I was threatened with arrest. I had to go to a police station, be interviewed by 2 officers under caution. They kept me there for over an hour with insane questions.
Can you share? Like what?
Oh, yeah, sure. But I worked with a lawyer to write my because I wasn't answering any questions, no comment on everything. But here's my statement that I read in the room, which states very clearly, this is ridiculous and you are ridiculous. And I was told, the officer, and I want this to be noted on record, I'm grateful for you for giving me the opportunity to do this in America. The officer stopped the recording, which is highly irregular, and told me if I discuss this, that will be seen as prejudicial to my case. So after she stopped the recording, she then effectively threatened me that I was not to speak about being interviewed under caution. And so I choose to share with you my statement and share with the world that this is what is happening in Great Britain.
Because you can't release it there, but if I release it, then you're not in trouble.
And maybe I am in trouble, but you have to go back to fundamentals of life, which is, does this make sense at any level? No, I'm okay with it.
This is